A woman will easily identify a man that is cheating if the man cannot perform his duty when he's supposed to do.
There are some men that are very agile, that even if they go out and come back, they can still hit even 3 other ladies.
Is there a number of time couples should do the do?
There is no specific number that I can give that couples should do in 1 week.
Some people are insisting that there should be a timetable.
You must not do the do on every blessed day.
If there's a schedule, right, and one partner cannot meet up with that time or with that program, the partner needs to give what they call a prior notice.
In a week, we do it 3 times. And maybe you have set the date, like Monday, Wednesdays, maybe Fridays. The other days, what would they be doing?
This technique of coming up with a schedule for doing the do in a couple, in a relationship, is good for those for cheating men.
There's sometimes that you just feel like you don't want to go in there. You just want, end in maybe romance, just some casual touches and things like that.
There are some ladies that if you don't tell them that, see, babe, I want my food, the other food, Monday to Friday. Some ladies, they will not gere you. They will not care about you. Like,
we just create thoughts like, today we are going to have it funny. We are going to make it, wild. The person start imagining how wild can it be.
Is there a number of time couples should do the do in a week or in a day?
There's no amount of time. There's no specific number that I can say, okay, they should do 5 or they should do 2.
Yeah.
It also depends on a lot of circumstances that you guys find yourself. Yeah. So let's take, for example, one partner might be into it, one partner might not be into it.
Okay.
So it also depends on that. You guys need to be open in your discussion. Some other things that might affect the frequency is, the stress level.
Yeah.
Maybe if you have kids, let's take, you have a job that is very stressful.
Okay.
You go out there, by the time you come back, you have barely no energy to do anything.
But the doing does it? That's something that has his own energy. In fact, no matter how tired or no matter how stressful you are, I think when it comes to, if you are very agile, when it comes to something like this, you gain energy automatically. Or what do you think?
For me, I feel like when you get so stressful, it might not be just the women or maybe just the men. When you come back from a job that is very stressful, you find it that your energy, you're weak. You need to rest to recover back the energy.
Yeah.
So at some point, maybe you go for a day. Let's say today the job was extremely tedious. That you came back, in fact, you just wanted to lay in bed.
Yes.
That day has passed. Some other days, you might go to work. It's not that difficult. You come back, you are very agile.
You still have some energy left.
So if it's a job that maybe 5 times a week, you're very stressed. You might find it that it'll be very difficult to keep up with a number of, let's say the number you have set that, okay, we should do it 7 times a week or we should do 5 times. If the job becomes very stressful, that you might not maintain that level.
Okay.
If you have kids, especially younger kids, you might not maintain. There's no specific amount I can give for you because there'll be days that the kids might disturb you. There'll be days the kids might not disturb you. So you guys need to do, conversation. You talk about things and then you work it out. For me, there is no specific number that I can give that couples should do in 1 week.
But some people insist that a timetable for this should be drawn. Like they should get a timetable that they are following.
You could have it could have a timetable, but it's not like would I really put it like a timetable? It's somehow like you must not do the do on every blessed day.
Okay.
You can have maybe just romance, casual touches. Maybe you're in the bathtub together. That goes to.
Okay.
It's still part of the activity. You must not end in the doing before you say that, okay, we have done it today.
We have done it today.
No. There's sometimes that you just feel like you don't want to go in there. You just want, end in maybe romance, just some casual touches and things like that. And it also counts.
Okay.
For me, that counts a lot too. It's not like just go, ja, it's only that, ja, is just go there, nah.
But like they always say, is it advisable to like notify your partner in advance that tonight or this evening or today or next week we are going to be having like, is it okay to do that, like to prepare your
Yes.
partner's mind?
Yes, sometimes it's okay, it keeps their mind running. They become they become very curious as to what they're going to find in the house. You just say, like, okay, you're coming to get this. They'll be like, maybe what I should prepare, that one that she's telling me in advance. Does she want us to do that? Does she want us to go there? Does she want us to touch that? So,
Okay.
your mind starts running wild.
Yeah.
You are coming home, with that kind of agility. Yes, today is that day. But it's good. It's good for me. I find it like it's okay. You can notify them in advance, for some surprises. Maybe that's good. If maybe you guys don't want that, you want like, okay, you just meet and then it happens, fine. If you want it to be surprising, like create thoughts in the man's mind or in the girl's mind, you can do that.
Yeah, but some people say when it's planned, it's not enjoyable.
No, it's not like when it's planned. You're not planning that we are going to do this. You just plan that today we are going to, we are going to that room. We are going to do that.
Yeah, you're going to have it. You are going to have it in a special way.
In a special way. We are not planning that, okay, when we come, this is how we start. This is how we go. And then we end. No. If you do that, then, the person is really expecting, okay, we don't go out of this box. It's just this. No. Okay. That's when it's not enjoyable. But if you just create thoughts like, today we are going to have it funny. We are going to make it, wild. The person start imagining how wild can it be?
Yeah.
What extent? The person is just thinking.
Curious.
It's
like,
just very curious, yeah. How wild can it be? Because you have not given a specific limit. You have just said, we are going to have it wild today. So the person's mind starts running. But if you put it like, we are going to do this style, we do this style, we do this and we end.
It ends.
It becomes boring then.
It becomes boring.
Because the person is like, there's no point in imagining.
We
I know
have
that
done
we are
this
doing
before
this.
And I'm even not excited to get it. But going back to this point that there must be a number of time.
Nah.
Because there are some ladies that if you don't tell them that, see, babe, I want my food, the other food, Monday to Friday. Some ladies, they will not gere you. They will not care about you. Like, seriously. Yeah. So if you don't really specify, and some men too, they run away from their duty. Especially those cheating men. Yeah. So they have gone now, they have exhausted everything outside and they are neglecting the woman back home in the house because maybe the woman is having 1 or 2 kids. Yeah, they think that the woman is not that enjoyable. They forget that these women also
can do that.
Have feelings. So that is why some people are insisting that there should be a timetable. There should be a timetable that, see, Monday to Friday, at this time, you are supposed to see me. In fact, if one partner is not going to be there, a prior notice should be written. Of course.
No.
Yeah. Normally, yeah, because when you do like that, I think some men, those especially those cheating ones, that one the way they know fish done for house. Yes, they could adjust because honestly,
I don't feel like this is going to work that way because let's say if you are cheating, if you put in a schedule like in a week we do it 3 times, and maybe you have set the date like Monday, Wednesdays, maybe Fridays. The other days, what will they be doing? Will they not still go outside to cheat?
No. The thing is that some men will just take upon themselves that, since my woman does not ask and there's no rule for this thing, I can just be free. In fact, no matter what I do, there's no problem. But a woman will easily identify a man that is cheating if the man cannot perform his duty when he's supposed to do.
There are some men that are very agile, that even if they go out and come back, they can still hit even 3 other ladies.
Okay, that's also a point.
That's also a point.
But some women will easily identify a man that has slept with a woman before coming to them. Like smart women, they will know just from the way the man reacts on them, or after maybe 1 or 2 you know. Some women, those women that understand, they will know what I'm talking about. Yeah, a cheating man, for me, the solution, this technique of coming up with a schedule for doing the do in a couple, in a relationship, is good for those for cheating men.
Then on a date, take for example, if you set a schedule and then maybe some unforeseen circumstances happen, what do you do with the schedule?
No, that is why I said, if there's a schedule, right, and one partner cannot meet up with that time or with that program, the partner needs to give what they call a prior notice. You need to inform your partner. You need to either by text, maybe if you're at work or your partner is at work, you tell, babe, I know you're supposed to get it today, you know, blah, 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 but it appears maybe 1 or 2. You know, there are some women or there are some men that if you don't come close to them, you might stay in your relationship for 1-2 months even without meeting each other. Yet some women just take upon themselves that, oh, they just want this man, if he needs me, he's going to come, which is not correct. Yeah, this thing should be reciprocal. That is why I said there should be a timetable, so that the woman, wherever you are, you know that, oh, my husband needs me at this time or on this date. And if you are not going to meet up with the program, you thereby give a prior notice.
But you could also give a prior notice on every other day.
Okay.
Yes, because things might happen. Let's take, if you have a job that maybe they demand you to work overtime, you give a prior notice. If they ask you today, you give a prior notice. They ask you tomorrow, you give a prior notice. They ask you that week has passed. The next week, things might come up. You don't know.
The thing is that giving a prior notice, right, is after you cannot meet up with the program, right? If you're working, I believe the schedule will come after you know your program already, right? You're living together or maybe you're staying apart. You have days to meet and days not to meet. So all these things. Anyway, let's not just prolong this topic. Guys, I want you to give me what are your thoughts. Yeah, is it okay? To plan this thing, or how many times do you think couples should do in a week or in a day? Till then, we are going to see in another episode. Bye-bye.